Hello guys, welcome to your third Python programming tutorial. In the last tutorial we saw how to install Python. Hope you installed it correctly. If not, watch the video again and follow each step carefully. In this tutorial I will be going over comments, some basic data types and their operations. So let's start. Click on File, New File to get a new empty file where we can type our code. So let me start with the comments. We need comments in our source code so that it makes our source code more understandable and easier to read. These are not executed or by the interpreter. It's just for user reference and making the our source code more readable. It's a good programming practice, so follow it guys. In Python there are two ways to give comments. First is a single line comment. You give that by including a hash sign or a pound sign uh, and type your comment. This is a comment. Second way is of multi-line comment. It is also called a doc string. It is used in preparing documentation for the functions and modules. It gives a brief description about what your function or module does. So you give a multi-line comment by giving three, starting by a three double quotes, typing your comment, here, and you can include span this to as many lines if you want, and end your comment by giving three double quotes. So these are the two ways by which you can give a comment. So let's start with some basic data types. Some basic data types in Python are int, representing integers, float, long, and string. So let's start with integers. So integers are basically whole numbers without any decimal part. So 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, these are integers. So if I include a decimal point after that, so 3.0, 5.3, 5.3 and 2.1, these are all called floats. So suppose coming to longs, these are integers, just large in magnitude. So suppose I have a very large number here. These are termed as floats. Coming to strings, strings are the sequence of characters given in quotes. So suppose I have a sentence string here, hello world, given in the quotes. These are of type string. String can be given in double quotes as well as single quotes. So these are two valid string types. Let me introduce a function here, type function, which returns the type of the argument we pass in that function. So let's see some example for that. So this is the function. If I give pass 3 here, that should return me a integer, and if I give type of 4.9, this should return me a float. So let me just include a print statement here so that we can see what is printed out. Let's see examples for long also, and let me just give a very large number here and one for string also, hello world. Let's save this. For saving this, click on file, save, give it a any name, test2.py. 2 is the dot py is the extension for Python files. Click on save, and to run your code, click on run module. So you can see here it printed out all the types we just used. So for the type of 3 is int, type of float, type of 4.9 is float, type of this very large number it's long, and this is a string. Okay, good. Now so let's see some basic operations. Let me just delete this out. Let's see some basic operations in data integers. There are namely 6 operations. These are 3, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, and floor division. Let me just quickly come to each. Most of this are quite known to you, so if I give 3 plus 2, it should print out with the value 3 plus 2. And let me just give examples. I will explain it in some time. You obviously know the answers. No wonder in that. 3 times 2 and 1 for division. By the way, if you print simultaneously 2 or more things, you can just append them or add them using this comma. So 3 divided by 2. This modulus operator returns me the remainder after the division. So suppose I divide 3 by 2, the remainder is 1. So this should return me a value of 1. And this floor division returns me the divisor after dividing. So 3 divided by 2 is, the divisor is 1. So let's see the outputs. Save it. You can run your module by clicking it here or by pressing F5. Press F5. You can see it here. It printed out the values. 3 plus 2 is 5. 3 minus 2 is 1. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 divided by 2 is 1. I'll come to this. 3 modulus 2, the remainder is 1. 3 floor division 2 is 1, as the divisor is 1. So all things are good, but why this 3 divided by 2 is 1? It should be 1.5, isn't it? No. In programming, if you divide two integers, the resultant is also integer. So if I want absolute value as 1.5, I should make one of them as a float. So if I do here 3.0 divided by 2, you can make any of one of the quotients as float, anyone, 3 or 2. You can make either both or anyone. I am making 3 here as float. Let's save this, run. You can see it now printed out a value of 1.5. So all's good. Let's see some basic operations in strings. So suppose I have a string here, hello, and one more string, world. I want to add both of them, and how do I do that? First, by just adding a concatenation operator, that is plus. Plus is also adding integers or floats, and also for adding two strings. So if I want to add these two strings, I just give a plus value. Save it, run it. Let me just close it first, and now run it. You can see this, it printed hello world. It added both the strings and printed as a single string. One more thing you can do, I told you this before, by giving comma. This also simultaneously prints two or more values. So if I give just comma, let's run this. You can see this also works, hello world. But one more thing, if you give comma, it automatically adds a space. So here you can see I have added already a space, and here also I have added a space, but here it added two spaces. So if I want to print this string hello 3 times, I would give this string the multiplication operator and 3. Run it. You can see this, it printed hello hello hello. So these are some basic data types and some basic operations in the Hope you liked it. In the next tutorial we will learn something new. Till then, bye.